Adobe Live. We are here from MAX in Los Angeles. I'm your host, Christine Arth, and I am here with Elena Gellin. Hello,
Hi.
Elena, welcome.
Hi, everyone.
So today we have some really fun stuff going on. We're going to be showcasing the Adobe Design Achievement Award winners, which is the world's premier digital media competition for student creators. So, Elena, you're here for the very first time in Los Angeles, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's my first time in the United States.
Oh, really? No
Yeah.
way. This is amazing. So to give you guys a little bit of a preview of what we're going to do, we're going to walk through some of the submissions of all of the 14 winners, but only 4 of them today, and a +1 because one of the winners was a duo.
Okay.
But the all-time record in 2018, which we hit, was 8,106 projects submitted. So it's a pretty amazing award competition, and to think that all of those were countries around the globe that were submitting, it's pretty awesome, especially since you're here from Russia.
Yeah, no, I'm from Cape Town.
Oh, Cape Town, that's right,
Yeah,
but you are Russian.
I am Russian. It's more complicated. I'm Russian from Kazakhstan.
Oh, wow, that's right. We were
So-
talking about this yesterday. You have a varied background.
Yeah, I think it's really like what I'm reflecting in my works. Because
Yeah.
I have I'm a global citizen, to be very honest.
I love that.
Because I also worked in Europe and studied in London for a little bit, and then I ended up to be in Cape Town, and where I did my degree in visual communication, and yeah,
Incredible.
in Stellenbosch. So I think this is where I found myself.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, what I'd love to do is talk a little bit through your work of what the
Sure.
submissions were and how you won Adobe Awards. So let's take a look. I'm gonna go full screen right now. Oh, there we go. So your first project was the Afro Indie Dandy, and to give everybody a little bit of a background, Elena's a self-taught Russian photographer, intercultural communication. Her creative journey brought her all the way to Cape Town, and she's currently pursuing a BA in visual communications at Stellenbosch Academy in design and photography.
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty amazing. So Elena, do you want to talk us through some of these photographs and what your inspiration was?
I think it's just, this is my favorite project, not only because it's won Adobe Award. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm so happy it's won.
Oh, I juried it. I loved this project.
I think this project really embraces, it is very complex and simple at the same time, and simple to look at, but it's really reflects my multicultural identity, and also the identity of the person I collaborated with, the designer.
Yeah.
Because I traveled a lot and landing in Cape Town, being introduced to that part of the world and diving in deeper in studying that cultures. I always wanted to do a project like that, but I was unsure how, me being Russian and white, how can I represent and speak for that
And
people?
a woman too.
It's like I always try to be very ethical, and it was a very good big luck that I found Hunter.
Yeah.
So, and
It's beautiful.
the character Afro Indie Dandy itself, it's the Hunter's character, and actually it's completely drawn from him. He himself is the Afro Indie Dandy.
I love
this. But he wasn't really sure how to visually represent it. So he speaks through fashion design. And for me, his character was the one I was looking for a very long time. And I think this is how we were able to complete this story. So the characters, it's very contemporary because it raises identity issues and global identity issues, first of all. So they are gender fluid, and also I think the whole remix of they are dandies, but they are Afro Indie dandies. It's
Exactly. It's
Western
extremely
story
complex.
told in reverse, if I can put it this way, but in a very gentle and beautiful way.
The lighting is gorgeous, and I think that your passion as a perfectionist, as well as being inspired by people, the lover of arts, dance, and performance,
and
really comes through.
Everything. Speaking about lighting, my idea was to not recreate directly, but it is influenced a lot by Renaissance paintings. So in order to get this light, and I didn't edit any color.
Right.
So
it was all captured in camera.
I used
Incredible.
fabrics to tint my lights, and also the makeup artist, she worked to make their faces blush and
Amazing.
be as if drawn, and florists, she would actually have a range of flowers of the same color, but like pick exact one to match that particular tone.
Beautiful.
And yeah, like, and I was lighting, like all the lights would be reflected like on the view direct, and like at this image there are, for example, like can be 5 lights used or even more sometimes. So
it's quite incredible. It's really breathtaking, and I think it borderlines commercial art and fine art, which is a really terribly difficult thing to do. So I'm really impressed that you're able to pull that subject out and pull that interest out of each character that you photograph.
in my opinion, this is like commercial world is shifting towards art, and it's all merges together.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, amazing, because art, like, it has to educate, and I think it does it in a really beautiful way, because
Completely.
people sympathize with the work, so they accept and learn that information in a different way. And yeah.
A couple people were asking in chat. Hi everyone in chat, if you have questions for
Hi.
Elena, please let us know. I think Heidi asked earlier, did you also do the wardrobe?
No.
As far as, well, did you style it?
No. The fashion and styling is from Hunter, and I think, yeah, this is the amazing time to talk about the team, because what I do, I curate the concept, and I also creative direct the whole shoot, as well as I'm a photographer,
Yes.
photographer. But what I do, I make sure all team members of the team understand it, and then they're given complete freedom to self-express as well.
Oh, I love
So
that.
each of them are talented artists, and they're given an opportunity to tell the same story, but with their own language, with their own medium, if I can put it this way. So design is 100% of Hunters.
It's incredible. Well,
Yeah.
you've got a lot of big fans out there. Justina, Varys, Eddie, Tim Mo Beast is in the
Hi,
house.
everyone.
We've got Jan Eric, Anel, Michael Roos, who's also going to Cape Town at the end of the month. Hey, Michael.
Okay.
There's a lot of repeat offenders in the chat, which I love to see. So, Scott, Dale, welcome again. Alberto Silva, and Picha. Really good to see you guys.
Yeah, hi everyone.
Well, there's one other project I'd like to show, which is Dreamer.
Yes.
Let's take a look at this, because this is also, this may not have been the submission that won. Actually, Afro Indo Dandy was the one that won.
No, that one wasn't submitted to Dreamer.
Yes, but this is quite lovely, so I think
This is
showing
my
it-
latest one, and
Yeah.
it's not even released in
Oh,
any
pre-release.
social
I
media,
love this.
anything. I literally just finished printing the book
Okay,
and
so you'll have,
jumped onto
maybe
the plane
we can switch
to
over really
Los
quick
Angeles.
to the GoPro, and I can show a little bit of this book that's sitting here. Pretty amazing right now. We've got all of the images.
It has silver underneath, though the pages actually shine.
Beautiful. Ooh, look at those nails. That's like some serious nail art.
Speaking about the wardrobe and love to details, this shoot is styled by me, and like everything. I even did a few dresses myself.
Absolutely love this. Okay, so let's go through it on the big screen.
Yeah.
So tell me the inspiration for Dreamer.
I think, like, because I'm inspired by people and I love people, all the time when I do a portrait shoot, I try to kind of do a little interview and understand what makes that person unique. So basically, like, getting into their secret, and then unwillingly I become a kind of psychiatrist sometimes.
Oh, I like
so
that.
I decided, like, to make it to myself and understand how the whole process works. So this is shot in Kazakhstan, my hometown. Like, it's not far from the city, and we have a lake house there, and
Kind of looks like Northern California. I think I'm gonna go.
really, yeah, it's a beautiful place. So I started to just trying to analyze somehow my own, I don't know, my own subconscious. But the idea behind that is just, I usually find myself thinking how many lives I could live if given opportunity, but we have only this one, and we're quite afraid sometimes to risk it.
Yeah.
So try to stay on the safe side and not making that decisions. And also, like, when you watch a movie in a cinema, you're like, that could be me, I could be a spy, or like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
ballerina, anyone. So and
love
here
it.
I think I speak
That's
exactly.
the Russian in you. And you're like, I could be a spy and a ballerina.
Oh my goodness,
I
I
love
didn't
this.
expect you saying that.
I always think that too when I watch those films. So I'm with you. Chat, how many of you think that she should also be a spy and a
You
ballerina?
see, it's again like about this, like, kind of subconscious thing.
incredible.
I didn't mean to, like,
Yeah, no,
say
it's
that.
great.
But, yeah. But actually, she's a ballerina, and I used to be a dancer. And
Beautiful.
I think that's why this reference. So
I love the makeup too. There's such attention to detail with the placement of every single little gem on her face.
So the story is like, it's like simple narrative. She comes to that lake, gets inspired by the sun, and here the dragonfly comes. Actually, like we use the real dragonfly because there are a lot of them.
I love that.
The children of my elder brother, they would cut them, put a thread around, and it's literally, it's live.
No
it wasn't hurt. It was
no worries.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
And we brought these details of dragonfly in makeup, in some textures and everything.
Oh, this is just gorgeous.
And she kind of daydreaming, so we use this term a lot, and it's became a kind of term that all the people that worked with me start using. It's when you, this moment, not exactly being asleep, but being in between of reality and dream in your own world. And she changes between her own identities, because I think we all quite multiple. And if I just try to find metaphorical representation of her transforming into different one. And
it's beautiful.
If you go later, so this one, like it's not always good and sweet and beautiful. So this one is quite, I think, also complex, and she's like
finding herself.
Finding yourself and not recognizing. There is also text in the book. You can,
Yes.
I think here it's quite like.
She knew it was she herself, but she couldn't recognize herself.
And it's like, the narrative continues.
Oh, I love her hair in this. How long did that take?
One look would take 9 hours.
Oh my goodness. See, there's so much background in every single
photograph. Now, we only had 2 physical days to complete that. I'm not joking.
So you did this whole book in 2 days?
We basically would, like, sometimes sleep in turns. I'm not joking, and my family would just take care of the model and everything. The model, she's incredible. She's not actual model. She's a friend of mine.
I love that. That's
used
even
to be
better.
dancer.
There's real personality
For
coming through.
her, it was I think she gave in all of herself, and the makeup artist also like.
So good. So this book is going to be released pretty soon?
Yes, and also the film and the story about
I love
the
this.
artist.
It just gets more and more wild.
We rented the goldfishes for that, and
that's so cool. You rented goldfish. I love this.
They even survived after eating so much.
Yet again, another animal that was not killed or harmed. Dragonflies and goldfish, everyone.
Yeah.
Her eyelashes are incredible. Well, we have a couple minutes left, Elena, so I'd love to show a little bit of the freak out.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to escape, go out here. Let's see. All right. So this is another one that's new work.
This was submitted also with Dandy.
So wonderful.
This is one of my, I think, my own kind of rebellion and dark side a little bit, because I'm a big fan of Tarantino and Asian culture, and I do have this like sense of humor, but with love, because I think it's really comments on contemporary culture of we being remixed ourselves and being very like shallow, just jumping on the surface, you know.
Yeah.
And this was collaboration with the stylist. She's from Thailand, but she's married to a South African man, and he brought her to South Africa. And we kind of been to international girls, brought to Cape Town, kind of belonging to that place and not at the same time. And we found quite a lot of things in common.
Incredible.
Another thing is just all the people you see here, they belong to fashion industry, but they always stay behind the scene.
Amazing.
Never been in the camera, but yet creating everything. So we decided just like to freak out for self-expression.
Well, Elena, this is really wonderful work. For those of you following along, please follow Elena Gellin. You can see her work on Behance. You can also follow her on Instagram.
Thank you so much.
We are going to have another winner come up after you, Jordan Richards.
Thank you, Christine.
Yes, thank you so much, Elena. This is incredible.
Bye-bye.
Say goodbye to everyone. Thank you for having.
Thank you.
All right, this is pretty great. I'm going to open up some of Jordan's work right now as well. We have some incredible submissions. All right, so Jordan is growing up from, where is Jordan from? Oklahoma, that's right. Oh, the OK State, even better. All right, Jordan, so there's 3 projects here that I'm going to work through. Which ones do you want to start with?
Let's do Kafer first.
Kafer first.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So let's see. I'm going to bear with me, folks. All right. Opening all of these right now. Incredible work. So this was one of your winning submissions.
Yes.
And Kafer is a coffee company
Yes.
showing beetles.
Yeah.
And you told me yesterday that you had actually studied beetles for
Yeah.
like quite a long time for this. Am I right?
Yes. So when I started this, I began researching beetles, the anatomy of beetles, making sure I had everything correct when I was taking on this project, as well as just like being super obsessive about researching coffee companies and what they were doing with their whole beans and their brews and going to grocery stores. It was insane.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the beautiful work that you've done and the attention to detail that I've noticed is just so awesome. I mean, I do branding for a living, and I was really taken aback by this because the attention and how the bean itself is also part of the beetle. We were all like, whoa, this is so cool.
Thank you.
So for those of you who are just joining us, I have Jordan Richards here from Oklahoma, and he is an ADAA winner. He had submitted packaging and branding, and it's a beautiful design. So let's take a look at the rest of this for Kafer. So even the booklets you had done by hand, and they were really beautifully done. So you can tell us a little bit about the process that you took?
Yeah, so I knew I wanted it to be something bigger than just like a bottle or beans. So I thought about doing menus, drink carriers, and stir sticks. And I knew that people didn't know the drinks, or some people aren't educated on what, like how many shots of espresso or cream is in drinks on the menu, so I created an educational booklet to accompany the menu to diagram out all the different types of coffee drinks that you can order.
I love this, and the packaging turned out lovely. I like the canister idea and how it's a little bit different than most because it's something that people can kind of keep and have a leave behind and actually reuse versus having a bag or a tin that might be a little bit more aggressive. So this is lovely. We've got a lot of people out in chat saying, did you use Dimension? These are so cool.
I actually handcrafted every single thing and laser cutted all the wood and assembled it and photographed it myself. So there's a lot of work and a lot of detail, as you can see. These are just really beautiful ways to extend a brand too. So thinking about how you extend a brand, you also looked at how this would be for cold coffee. So cold brew, which I thought was really interesting. Yeah, I wanted to encompass a lot of things, and I created a design system that went across a completely different design elements, like the cylinders, the bottles, the cups, the sleeves, the stir sticks.
Yeah, it's a very full package of branding. This is incredible. So some of the things that you're interested in is you're residing now in Seattle and you're working with Amazon. That's right. I'm like, oh good, all my shipments come and they look better because of you. That's amazing. But you're focusing a lot on iconography and graphic expression, as well as getting your toes dipped into packaging now too, which I really love.
Packaging and iconography.
One of the things that was a pretty outstanding reason why we looked at the submission was not only the background and the reasoning of the brand, but also the explanations that you gave for iconography and how you explained everything in such great detail. So. And even the iconography here, it was beautifully done.
Thank you so much.
So I want to go through a couple more of these because I thought that this was a lovely representation of how something could be a flat lay, but also like shipping. And when you think about shipping and packaging, you have to think about where everything's going to be stored.
Exactly, yes.
So how did you come up with this?
I just wanted something simple and something for users or customers to have on the go. And I thought about this could be a super simple way to be walking the streets with your coffee on the go. And I knew that people in the city, when I've experienced having my coffee and picking up coffee for people, I wanted to create the easiest experience for customers. And that's what I came up with, and I'm really happy with it.
Insane. This is so good. Well, you've got a lot of people out there that are very big fans. Hi, Rich, Heidi, Katera, Alberto, Alex, Detlef, Rich. Definitely ask questions. We've got Jordan here for the next 10 minutes, so this is your chance to ask him all of your burning questions and we can hear about his background in design. So I know you have a couple more projects. I'm curious, and I'll keep this open because I'd love to take a look through that, but let's see what Paper Plane is. All right. I'm like, yes. So we're opening these right now and we're gonna walk through. Can you give us a little bit of a debrief on Paper Plane?
Yes, so to just like preface everything is I like creating projects from the ground up and the companies are completely fictional and I like dreaming them up. And so Paper Plane was something
good.
I dreamt up because I had a personal experience with traveling and wanting to be on a budget. And so Paper Plane is a budgeting travel app that I came up with that includes the ability to sync your bank accounts and display spending data based off calendars, charts, and other graphics.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
So John Z is asking, where do you find your inspiration?
I think, first of all, I look to other designers and other website resources like Behance and Dribbble and Pinterest. But I also, as crazy and like weird as it sounds, is I like going out in nature. I'm a huge hiker.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
So
well, that's great that you're in Seattle.
Yeah, exactly. I derive a lot of experiences by taking a break and going out in nature and just exposing myself on the streets to things and actual other hikes. And so yeah, I derive a lot of it from my surroundings and take as much as I can in.
This is an incredible breadth of work. So how long, I think someone earlier had a question, Anel did, how long did it take to work on this and create this and come up with the concept?
Yeah, probably like, I don't know, a couple months.
Wow.
Yeah, it was, and a couple months of
but
like
there's a lot of detail
and,
here too.
Yeah, a lot of
But
not
you did
sleeping.
sleep, right?
Yeah,
you slept a little bit?
A little bit, a little bit.
Did you eat too?
Yeah, I ate. I made sure
good.
to eat, but a lot of them are like a couple months of just like really tedious work and
Was this
sketching.
when you were new to Seattle?
This is actually when I was in school, like a year
way.
ago.
Wow.
Yeah, a year ago.
Oh, this still looks very relevant.
Yeah,
I must
thank
say
you
that
so
the illustration
much.
style is really clean, extremely minimal, and I like the constraint in color.
Thank you, yeah, super minimal.
There's a lot of ways that you can get really wild with
Yeah.
things, but the color constraint is lovely, and the accents where you're placing them are just really articulate, so
Thank
it's
you
beautiful.
So much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is so nice. Okay, so we have another project in here, even though I want to show through all of these. Oh, wow. See, the detail just goes on and on.
Thank you.
This is incredible. Okay, so there's Petal.
Yes.
I'm really curious about Petal as well.
Yes. So Petal is another fictional company that I dreamt up, and it's a biking community where users can sign up around the world to track their activity footprint via biking, but also has a carbon footprint component to it. So it uses an algorithm on CO2 emission or CO2 emissions by not taking a car to work or other transportation, and emits out what you saved by biking. And so it tracks your carbon footprint, your activity footprint. And yeah, so
did you do the branding, the logo, the illustrations, the iconography, layout of everything?
Yeah, all from the ground up. Yeah.
This is incredible.
Yeah, it took a while.
I love these illustrations.
Thank you
They're
so
much.
Nice. Yes.
So
there's a website and a mobile app component to Petal.
Wow, even all of these, the details in here.
Thank you so much.
So what was the inspiration behind this?
We actually
I love this icon.
We actually drew random words in class, and I got bicycle, and I was like, how do I even do this? So I spent like weeks just like trying to mull over what I could brand based off of the single word bicycle.
Totally.
So I came up with this community social component of signing up and being a part of a club, of tracking your things. So yeah.
I think that's the best way to go about design, is when you're thinking about what will inspire you.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And I wanted to have this super environmental friendly aspect to it.
Again, I love the project. And apologies for not putting it all in the right order. So
that's fine.
I think that's one of the fun things about past work, is that you get to see it all in the order that we're opening it up in. So, and it still makes sense. And I think that's the thing, is that when you're looking at this holistically, it sings as a brand, and it sings as one full body of work, because you've done such a great job at consolidating and making it look all part of one identity. So the iconography for this one, it's very different than the iconography for the last project, which was Paper Plane. What's the difference, and why, like, what is your innate style that you think is coming through?
I think, I wanted to explore both styles. Like, these projects gave me the opportunity to do that.
Like, they really do feel like you.
So I wanted something flat and minimal and simple, but also colorful. And that's what I did with this, but I just excluded the strokes that Paper Plane features. But I think both projects gave me the opportunity to explore both styles, but uniquely they kind of feel still me. So I wanted to achieve a little bit of a difference.
Looks like you've got some fans out there. Christian Osagira is saying, hey Jordan. And then also Anna's wondering, where did you go to school?
I went to Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you grew up there too, right?
I grew up in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I was thinking
Suburb
I
off of
could
Dallas.
hear a little bit of a accent coming through. I was like, yeah, that's great.
Southern, yeah.
Oh, cool. I love this as well. Taking a look at all of these different ways to personify Petal is really nice, all in one collaborated screen. This is really nicely done.
Thank you so much.
Amazon should be really happy to have you.
Yeah.
We've got a couple more questions out there. Anel is asking, will you find sponsorship to build out the Petal app?
I've actually called app development companies, and I've been in communication with some, but it just hasn't worked out, or I haven't pursued it. But
well, don't give up, because I think that now that you've got this, now that you've got a whole team of people out in Adobe Live, and there's such great support system, you got to keep going at it.
Yeah, it's been such an awesome opportunity.
And then Martine is asking, do some of your designs go onto flat icon?
Some people have asked me the same thing, and they should. That's a good suggestion, so maybe in the future.
Cool, and the future is today and tomorrow and every other day. So like that's what you're going to be doing with the rest of your week? I like this. So tell me a little bit about these.
So Petal features this component to incentivize users to keep up with their biking through the use of stickers and a sticker achievement program. So if you achieve these achievements, you unlock these stickers, and Petal ships them to you, and they're just these tiny little circles. It has a print component.
Oh, so
and
great.
You can stick them on your helmet or your bike.
Oh,
and
that's
I wanted to think
awesome.
about how users advertise the company around on the streets. So let's say you bike at midnight, then Petal gives you that achievement and you unlock that achievement. Or you hit 500 miles, or you hit 1 metric ton of CO2 conserved, or you bike in 32 degrees and we send you these stickers.
I love it.
To incentivize users to keep up with the program.
Absolutely love it. And I love the color palettes that are coming through on this as well.
Much. Yeah.
So I'm just going to say thank you so much. And Jordan, I really appreciate you being here. You've been such a great winner.
Thank you so much.
High five.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So we've got one more contestant up next. And I like to say contestant. No, we've got Athelia Lung coming up. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for being with us. Yes. Athelia, you are here from...
Hello, I'm here from San Francisco.
Oh, amazing. So she's a local in California. This is pretty cool. So we've got Athelia Lung, and she is here as an ADA winner. Athelia, tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'm going to pull up some of your work.
Okay. I'm from Hong Kong originally, and I moved to the States 4 years ago to study new media design at the Rochester Institute of Technology.
Incredible.
And then all of this happened. I got a job in San Francisco, and now I'm out there.
Absolutely love it. That's kind of a whirlwind story.
It is. It's been a lot of moving in the past 4 years.
A lot of moving. So I'd love to start off by showing your project Gander.
Okay.
And, or actually no, Incognita. Yes. We have a video here, so maybe we'll just watch this video and you can talk a little bit through.
While it plays?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. This is a marketing video for my project. It's about abject poverty in major global cities. So here are some mock-ups. It's actually easier to just follow what it says on screen.
Yeah, you're like, it's much easier to follow, but still, what was the inspiration that you had for this project in general?
Yeah, so as I said, I grew up in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong is a bustling hub. It's a port, it's a hub, it's so affluent.
Huge, yeah.
Huge, but at the same time you have people living in literal cages, and the poverty levels there are absolutely insane. It's crazy to think about how you can have such a huge wealth gap, and I think I really wanted to check out what the situation was in many of the cities, and you have this in San Francisco, I know firsthand.
Oh, completely, yeah, even here in Los Angeles.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, all over the world, I think that this is a growing issue, and I think that's why we really felt that this submission was so worthy of an award.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a very important thing to note too, because a lot of people don't really pay attention to it. That's why we call it invisible poverty.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting. It was interesting for me to place like GDP up against like juxtaposing case studies of poverty.
This was a lot of research and a lot of work that went into it. How long did this project take you?
It was a 12 or so week project.
Wow, that's actually pretty short. I'm impressed. Yeah,
I think the research portion took a couple weeks, and then I tried to put everything in place. It's very difficult to put such a heavy topic in front of people and not make them feel bad.
Completely.
And so that was something I was super concerned about as well.
So we also have some of the interactions here. And maybe you can take a short moment to talk about what these are and explain to people.
So when you first go in, you see kind of a title slate to get to know what the project is. You get to localize where the city you're interested in, whether it's New York City, whether it's the entire world. And then from there, I've mapped out all of these cities, the major global cities, based on statistics. And you can go through and pick one, say Amsterdam or Hong Kong, which is the one that I chose. And then you have this grid view as well, which I enjoyed making a lot.
Which the interaction design of this is beautiful, and it feels really fluid, which is something that I think comes through in all of the work that you've been doing. I'm very impressed.
Thank you. Yeah, and so presenting people with things like the poverty line and living costs, presenting very factual information, I think is really important as well, because you don't want to just say, oh, this is a bad situation and leave it at that.
Yeah. I think that you've got a lot of fans out there. Alberto, Anel, Kat, Cordu, Storks Know Better says loves the arrows. Everyone is really loving this, especially because of all of the insight that you're giving them for what's the solution to a problem that really exists in many different places. I think that this is, it's a problem in the time of the moment that we live in, but also something that is continuously an issue. So I'd love to look at some of the contextual shots. These looked just really incredible to see, because not only, and I love to say this to chat, is it not only is it a great program that you've done digitally, but it's real. And you actually put this out there and people are interacting with it and they get to see the beauty of what you've created.
Yeah, absolutely. And I put a lot of thought into how it would be presented. So I wanted it to be a web application so that it could conform to screens. Because there are certain things that, you can't just leave as an app. You can't just leave it in certain contexts.
It's not just a video. This is an interactive program, which is incredible. And I think, how many places did you end up showing this?
I only showed it at school.
You've got to take this traveling. Chat, what do you guys think? I think that she should take this everywhere. You should go on a tour with this.
Absolutely.
Prototyping
it was definitely a lot of fun, and I do want to build it out in full. And I think that would be amazing.
Completely.
One of the things that I imagined was to work with National Geographic, because I know they do a lot of really amazing research into.
All right, let's put it out there. National Geographic, if you're watching, which we know you are, obviously, definitely contact her right now.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. You're like, hi. They're like, hey, Athelia. Do we want to go into Gander?
I'd love to go into Gander.
I would love to as well. And where do you want to start? This is up to you.
I think we should start. I labeled it number 1.
Perfect.
So a bit of the intro. I went with my school on a project to Europe. So we went to multiple places.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, we went to Berlin, we went to Italy, we went to a bunch of places. And from there, I really wanted to capture the essence of the cities that we went to. So I kind of looked at all the buildings, the facades, the colors. Each city has its own personality. So I really wanted to show that. So essentially I wanted to build something out of it, and I went through a few inspirations. I'm not very much of an illustrator, so this was really pushing the boundaries for me.
Which is the best thing to make you grow. Push your own boundaries.
So I had a lot of thoughts in terms of what style I should take on.
Incredible. Let's see, we've got
number 2,
process. All right.
So as with any process, I went through multiple iterations.
Love this. How am I going to break it down?
I think I had like 3,000 photos.
Oh my gosh.
I'm one of those photographers.
How long did it take you to comb through those? As I said, it's like comb through the photos. I'm like, how long did it take you to comb?
I think it took at least a week of nightly combs. And then I went through color schemes. I really color picked and tried to capture the essence.
Berlin, it's interesting to see this laid out, because Berlin is so much more colorful. in my mind, I would think it's all black and white.
Yeah.
You know, but this is really cool to see.
There was a graffiti museum that really, that's where the neon colors really come from.
So great. I love this.
Yeah, and so based on
cool.
Man, this first iteration was really tough because I said again, I wasn't really an illustrator. So as you can see, there's some funky stuff going on.
I think you're an illustrator, I'm just gonna say.
Thank you. There's some funky stuff going on, and when I put it together on the next slide, I started to lay things out, but then
love this. Your process is incredible.
Thank you. Putting stuff together on the next slide, I think it is. I was like, oh, that's not really working out. The forms that I chose, the letter, I was struggling.
You're like, what? No.
Yeah, I was like, pivot.
Okay, any reference with Ross in it is awesome. So
yeah, so this is another story because I went to Iceland next and we went to a museum and I saw all these illustrations of buildings and facades and I was like, you know what? That's where I want to take it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Gotta go forward.
Yeah, so the final design, I simplified so much. I decided to go with a very flat, I had some texture in the background and then I kind of played with the letter forms and it really took shape for me there.
So cool, look at this. The detail in this is just insane. How long did it take you to do one of these?
I'll be honest, it was like a couple days work.
That's not so bad.
And I mean,
you didn't eat or sleep or hang out with friends or anything,
I mean,
right?
it was,
no bathroom breaks, just
no, not at all. It was class, work, and then right into this.
I love it.
So the complexity.
How many did you do? Oh my goodness, this is Milan?
Yes, that is Milan.
Beautiful. Well, that's really good because I can recognize that. It means you've really succeeded in taking this accurate picture.
But do you see, okay, so this is Milan where you have M-I-L-A-N, and it's really not that clear, but it's meant to be a more abstract look. Yeah.
This is great. Well, you have a ton of new friends and followers on chat right now.
This is
like,
actually
Ryan Ford's like, absolutely, she's an illustrator.
Thank you.
So let's see the final posters because this is what I think is really exciting me. Hold on. Close all tabs. Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm like, thanks.
There are quite a few. I played with some
though.
Landscape views. I played with some portrait views.
Yes.
Woo. Ooh, here they come.
Oh yeah, look at that. Just like Photoshop, show us what it's about.
Yeah. So Prague is definitely one of my favorite because of the color scheme as well as the forms. So
absolutely.
The astronomical clock there, I mean, it took forever and the layers are insane.
Totally.
Press Command Y in Illustrator and you'll be like, what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is insanity. I love it.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, and the color palettes are great. I love seeing these forms come together, the overlapping, the transparency. Great use of all the tools.
Thank you. I hope some people have been to these places and can like see what I'm trying to get at with the building.
You're like, you guys, you get it, right? Jeff is asking, what programs did you use to start?
So for this one, I did some sketches and then I went straight into Illustrator. With it, I had a lot of colors that I put into palettes so that I can pick from them.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Krakow, awesome. These are so interesting and beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, this is great.
Florence was difficult.
Florence, wow. Yeah, these are really nice though. So another thing, one of the viewers is asking, where can they see this full project?
This full project is on my Behance.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So it actually won a semi-finalist position, which I keep forgetting to update on my website.
You're like, yeah, I'm kind of a double winner. You're like, no big deal. You want to get a high five for that? Double winner.
Hey.
And one more.
One more.
You're like, yeah, I'm pretty good. You know.
I try.
You're like, when I'm not doing digital expertise, I'm illustrating and having fun.
No, I'm very humbled by this entire experience. I mean,
so
this looks like a Hershey's Kiss, right?
Yeah,
and I never thought that I would be making it this far with this project. I'm just glad I put it out there in the first place.
Oh, me too. And I think a lot of times those passion projects and things that you're personally interested in are what actually makes people recognize you for your personal skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it helps you to grow as a designer.
Yeah, absolutely. And a plug for the students out there, it's such a low barrier to entry to enter in this competition. So like, put your work out there. There's really nothing to lose here.
No, there's nothing to lose. The only thing that you're going to lose is by not joining in and actually submitting, because there's so much to gain. I mean, all the ADA winners that came in this year had amazing bodies of work, really talented students, and also some very professional work that we saw. We were just like, we were taken aback. We're like, oh my goodness. We're like, we've all got to go back and study.
Got to keep you on your toes.
Completely. Well, you've got a lot of friends out there. Alex Jean, she's definitely very humble. Oh, so nice, great work, lovely to see you. A lot of inspiration, of course. This is amazing.
Thank you.
So is this your first time at MAX?
It is my first time at MAX.
Me too.
Well, we're having so much fun.
We're having so much fun. I'm sad that it's going to be over. This is like such a bummer. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there
I
are
really
so
like
many
the verticals
here.
too. The iterations are just incredible.
I think Milan's colors are also really fun.
Yeah, the color palettes are beautiful. So Athelia, it's been so nice having you here.
Thank you.
And
it's been
congratulations
really nice
as an ADAA winner. I mean, there's really nothing better than starting your career off with a huge success.
Oh my God, it's incredible. I still need to wrap my head around this weekend.
I love it, I love it. You're like, I'm gonna be like just melting for a while. Make sure that you're melting while you're illustrating because we want to see more work from you.
Oh my God, absolutely.
Incredible, thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for having me.
Can I give you a
Yes,
hug,
of
please?
course. Always love hugs.
Okay, thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you. And we have another ADA winner set, and this is a duo. We have Annette Lee and we have Bridget Martiana coming up next. So stick with us, it's gonna be pretty fun. ADA winners are probably the best winners, just gonna put that out there. Welcome guys, hi Annette, hi Brigitte. Tell us a little bit about yourselves. You guys are a duo submission.
Yeah, we're best friends, so that's exciting.
Oh, you're best friends,
Yeah.
Incredible. Let's scoot this over, okay, good.
So I'm Brigitte, I'm an art director. We both do advertising.
Incredible.
And this
And Annette?
well, I'm just a Jersey girl. You know?
So when you're like, I'm just a Jersey girl hanging out, you know, it's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we've got amazing award-winning submissions from both of you. Muji was incredible. I mean, we just laughed so hard when we saw this, and no joke, you guys, I'm probably gonna play this 3 times because it is just so funny. Before I play it though, can you tell us a little bit of the inspiration behind the video that you created and what got you into videography?
Well, this project is kind of funny because we had a really hard time, and then this idea came about as we were just joking.
Yeah.
Like as we were just hanging out, and we were like, you know what? That's so Muji, and it just stuck, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, we would say that all day. We were in the submission room, we're like, that's so Muji. All right, so speaking of that's so Muji, let's take a look on my screen and we're gonna show the video that was the winning submission. So, this may not have sound right now for the viewers, but I think the sound is everything for this video. Because there's a lot of, can I play that on mine? Yeah. I was like, we will play this again, you guys. In the meantime, you both graduated from the School of Visual Arts. Mm-hmm. What was that like?
It was really fun.
Yeah?
I love SVA.
Nice.
Yeah.
And is that where you both met?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you became like really
Freshman year,
good
first
partners
day.
in crime and design. I love this. All right, so let's play this again. Now this time, we'll actually, while we're getting the sound all hooked up, what I'm gonna do is we'll talk through a couple of the other ones first. Let's talk through PETA. Because I really want people to hear the sound from Muji. So take us through PETA and why you did Save the Lion.
Yeah, so like we wanted to do something like a cause that's like really important.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know about it. So we wanted to focus on saving the lions in circuses, and we wanted people to like interact with it. So I thought it was really cool.
This whole thing we made, and it actually works. You can pick up the lions.
Yeah.
So cool. How long did it take you to make this? And like, how did you think of creating something like this? This is so great.
We've always liked the idea of pop-up or interacting with an art piece.
Yes.
And this was so inviting. It's a game, and we thought if people wanted to play it, we could teach them more about something important.
Incredible. I think that there's a lot of positivity in thinking about what is a good cause, not just for, you know, your surrounding area, but also world issues. Right. And then, you know, how can you make that fun and entertaining and also memorable for people when they're looking through it, because that's what design is all about. This is so cool though. So where did you guys exhibit this? Tell me you're taking it on the road. I want to see it here in a booth, and I want to like get a lion.
Oh, that'd be so cool. We put it in our school.
School show, yeah, nice, incredible. Yeah. And how long did a project like this take?
2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks? Wow. 2 weeks. Okay, well I think we're ready to do a little bit of That's So Muji. We're gonna play this a couple times because that is so Muji. All right.
That's so Muji. That's so Muji.
That's so Muji.
No? Okay, well we can totally VO this because I really think that we can. You guys can do this, right? All right, I'm putting you on the spot. Let's do this.
Live?
We're gonna live replay this and we're gonna VO it together. All right, ready? You ready? Okay.
Ooh, that's so Muji.
Okay, wait. Okay, we're gonna do this one more time. Ready, guys? Okay, chat, are you ready?
What do I?
Okay.
That's so Muji. That's so Muji.
That's so Muji.
That's so Muji.
You guys, that was so good. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Absolutely love that we just got a live replay. Everyone's like, this is hilarious. I'm going to die. Amazing. See, when the sound doesn't work, you make your own sound. And I think that was the best quality of your video here.
Live.
It was real sound. And you know, you guys can watch this on their portfolio. And the thing that was so incredible about it is that it was not anything we were expecting. We turned it on. We were like, whoa. We're like, replay that. We played it maybe 100 times. We're like, that's so Muji. It is so Muji. And your personalities really came out. So I think that, you know, the way that you guys are honing your ideas as just being yourselves and being creative as a partnership, as a group, as like being silly, perfect.
Thank you so much.
Incredible. So let's take a look through another piece of work, and that's the Red Babes Club.
Yeah.
All right, I'm excited about this. This is one that I don't know very much about, and I want you guys to tell me because I saw these photos and I was like, oh, I get this. Where do we want to start? Let's start here. So Red Babes Club, what happens when I go here?
It's a website, and we are selling t-shirts. And one of them says, I'm on my period.
Oh, I think I saw that one. Hold on. Yes.
Yes. And the other one says same.
Same. See, I think that there's this characteristic that comes out that's very honest with your duo, and I love this because you don't see it everywhere. So, how did you guys come up with this, and what was the impetus that really started and kicked it off? Why did you make it a project?
So we, it was a part of our school project, but I think like we always talk about like being on the same cycle.
Yeah,
and, like,
you hang out a lot together. And you're like, oh, go figure.
Yeah, and it's just something that like again like we just joke around and like play around with.
Yeah.
And we decided that we wanted to push it further because it's not something that especially women like talk about.
Yeah,
it's
totally.
Almost like a taboo to even talk about period. So we both thought it was like really cool to like have fun. And,
yeah.
Like, still,
well, I like it because it's a little bit more young and fresh, and I think that a lot of times people will take those. Well, recently, you know, the actual campaigns that talk about this, I think, are more serious, and this is so fun and playful that it makes it just really happy, you know? It makes me want to talk about it just because it's happy. Yeah. People are asking, are you twins? And I'm like, no. But I think maybe in this photo you guys look alike.
That's
maybe
funny.
It's because of the shirt and the hair. And I'm like,
actually, Facebook sometimes recognizes
really?
our faces.
Yeah,
they switch it.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, so this one has a movie as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's take a look through and let's talk about it if you guys could. Oh, this is great. We can hear it now? Awesome.
Oh my goodness. Chocolate on my period.
Yeah, so this one was actually really fun because we were actually getting live reactions from people.
They're like, what? Yeah.
But we got a lot of support from the girls. So
this one is incredible. Incredible. She's like, yeah, I got you. Shop at Red Babes Club, bigcartel.com. You guys can get your shirts. This is so good. Now I really wish you guys had them on right now. I want to wear one too. I'd be like, yeah, what's up? Let's see. So, PETA, Muji, Red Babes Club. I'm just going to pull up that video and show it one more time because it was pretty great. And how long did it take you guys to film this? And edit it down and like think about the concept?
I think concepting takes a while, but then like recording,
one day.
That shot right there is brilliant. Tim Beast says, you guys should have your own YouTube content. I really do agree. There is nothing funnier than two cool chicks talking about real life issues.
So I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, right? Maybe you guys can make a show about it. Amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. So, now that you're both out of school and you're working, do you guys still get together? Do you work together full time?
We don't work together.
No, but you need to, right? I mean, I think you guys need to for sure. It's kind of it's in your future, right? So, what would you guys create next if you're gonna do something together?
Oh, that's a good
Definitely
question.
something funny.
Yeah?
Something fun.
Okay.
Bring humor into it.
Yeah, bring humor into it. I like this. You guys were both a little quiet when you first got on, and now you're like, nope, we saw the period video, we're good. We talked about Muji, we're good.
Nothing to hide anymore.
Yes. So, for those of you who are out there, we are here with Annette Lee and Brigitte Martiniano?
Martiana.
Yes. So if you have any questions for them, they are ADAA winners this year, along with our other guests that we had on earlier. Pretty incredible. Bring the questions. We're pretty excited. So any upcoming competitions in the near future that you're going to submit?
We haven't thought
You're like,
about it.
I think that this is a good time for you guys to start thinking about that, right?
Okay.
And also, how has your Max experience been so far?
It's been really fun.
Yeah?
Amazing.
So cool. One of the things about Muji that we found particularly interesting in the video is, well, you submitted 2 videos, is that right? Or you submitted some other content for Muji too?
Some photos and then screenshots of
Yeah.
the
But
play.
I think in particular, looking at the video itself and seeing just how plain it is, it's really different. And I think that that's one thing with Muji, that their objects are really plain and being in the store is really sparse. So is that what was the inspiration for this?
Yeah.
Definitely.
And why the funny things like the little lids? And, I'm like, tell me a little bit more about this because we loved it.
We wanted to keep the essence of the brand, and I think the style of the video
that's
is very
so
minimal
Muji.
and clean. That's very Muji. That's so Muji.
Yeah.
So Muji.
But I think we wanted to like push it further and like add humor to it.
Yeah.
Add some of our style to it.
Completely. And have you guys sent this out to Muji? You should. You should try and find a way to get this up there. I think that this is something that they would love. And even the That's So Muji, a bunch of people out there were like, I want a t-shirt that says That's So Muji. Like, I want to wear it right now. So funny. And then I know that you guys have the Red Babes Club, but are you going to be putting more things up that are for sale for your collaborations? Like stickers and pins and...
We did some stickers for Red Babes stuff.
Nice. Incredible.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about where you guys are working now and what your favorite projects are that you're working on.
I just started working, so an advertising agency. So it's been really cool.
Yeah.
Real life adulting.
Real life adulting. I love it. Adulting's so hard.
Yeah.
For me, I had worked at Penguin Random House.
Oh,
for a
nice.
while.
Publishing.
Yes.
Very intricate. You learned a lot?
Yeah, I did. But I recently left and I'm trying to pursue something in advertising.
Oh, incredible. Oh, funny. You know, your friend over here is in advertising. I wonder if you two should be working together. So good, right? I mean, you really You should. You two should partner up again because you did such a successful job together in this project and you have such big fans out there. So, Anel Henning says, you're growing up so fast. Embarrassed says, he's like, I'm sorry I missed part of the show. Hello, Efroya. Welcome.
Hello.
So, there's a lot of people out there that are your big fans. What are you going to do next?
We'll keep on creating.
Yeah?
Yeah. Staying creative.
Okay, good.
Hopefully
I like this.
Make everyone laugh.
Make everyone laugh?
That's so important.
This is so great. Oh, man. God. Okay, well, we're going to have to wrap it up here today, ladies. This was really fun. Thank you so much for being on air with us. And let's say hello to everyone at Max. Thanks so much from all the ADA winners. Keep your submissions coming and submit next year. Thanks, everyone.